Alrighty, today's experiment we'll be taking out the Mark II and having a muck around with the exhausts. Now, we've got the banana muffler on there already, which is interesting enough, so I'm going to do a couple drive-by passes with that exhaust on, with that exhaust with the garden hose attached, just because I want to see what it sounds like. But also I've got this munted old exhaust, which, if you're familiar with it, this is the one that I hacked up to fit the go-kart. Basically, it's pretty useless now. What I'm going to do is take the grinder, and instead of cutting it in half like some people do, I'm just going to cut it off at the top there. Alright, it's a little bit rough and ready. I just took the Dremel to the inside of the lip there, so there's no nasty sharp edges. Basically, that's what we're looking at, a little dump pipe like that. Alright, today we've come back out to the Pines track. We've got a bit of an experiment happening today. We've got the Mark II bike behind me. What my plan is, while we're out here with more or less no one around, is we're going to have a bit of a muck around with the exhaust. And one of the things I'd like to do is see if we can put more grunt into the bike. Now, before you get too excited, this is what I mean. We're going to stick this hose on the end of that pipe and yeah, I had that stupid idea. And I just want to see if it works. But before I potentially destroy the bike with the pig, I'm going to do some drive-by videos up and down this track. I tried to do that with the Mark III rat bike, but I nearly got wiped out by a car. So I think today's a much better opportunity to try and get some drive-by footage. So, how to give your bike more grunt. Now, a couple things are likely to happen here. First, and least likely, it works perfectly and sounds hilarious. But second most likely is, as soon as it starts, either it'll blow off or the pig will fall off. And the third as likely to happen is that's too much of a restriction and the bike won't start. But there's only one way to find out. there was too much resistance and the engine wouldn't fire. Even with the hose on, it didn't want to start. So I'm just going to cable tie the pig to the end there. So as I suspected, this little piggy has too much restriction. It might have something to do with all the fluff that's in there. Now I pulled most of it out, but yeah, apart from getting more lifelike, I guess, it didn't quite have the effect I wanted, but gee whiz, it was fun to try. All right, now we went from adding too much restriction to removing all of it. So we're going to swap this banana pipe for this straight pipe, and we're just going to see how we go. Now this is as close to an open exhaust as you can possibly get. Now obviously it's not the best fitting thing because I carved off the ends, but we're only doing a few circuits with it. But this should sound obnoxiously loud. Just for one pass, we're going no exhaust. That was all we're getting of two-stroke with no exhaust, because shit will blow up. So I did one quick pass with no exhaust, It worked precisely as poorly as I thought it would. Hello, healthy looking piston rings. We're going to go back and put the banana exhaust back on and call it a day. Well, this was a fun little experiment. I know I had fun doing it. And now it's time to head home.